From the film Primal Fear to his new gritty police drama, Edward Norton continues to challenge us with complex roles. In Pride and Glory, Norton plays a task force investigator.
We protect our own, Ray. That is all I know. We protect our own. You got to show me some loyalty here.
Oh, you know, don't use that word with me, because I've done your kind of loyalty, and it cost me too much.
What did it cost you, Ray?
It cost me everything.
And Edward Norton is with us this morning.
Great to see you.
What a movie.
Thanks.
As someone who lives in New York and has spent a lot of time here, New York is almost as big a character, and especially the NYPD, as anybody who has top billing in this.
Yeah, oh, I agree. We shot it all on the streets up in Washington Heights, and I've been in New York almost 20 years now, and I love working at home, and I love films done on the streets here. There's an energy to it that's hard to replicate anywhere else.
So in this scene that we just saw, Jon Voight plays your father.
Yeah, the great Jon Voight.
Family of cops. He's the patriarch. You're one of the brothers. The other brother is played by
Noah Emmerich and Colin Farrell.
And Colin Farrell is the brother-in-law.
Right.
The subtitle of this movie should be "Never Trust Your Brother."
Well, I think it is in a lot of ways about the way that family sometimes is the most difficult place to really tell the truth, speak honestly, you know, and tell the truth.
Yeah.
And I think Gavin O'Connor, the director, had a wonderful sense of almost the old-fashioned ensemble, you know, the movies like The Deer Hunter or those movies that get you deep inside these working-class characters' lives right at the moment that they hit a moral crisis.
This is gritty, very, very gritty, very involved, very detailed. Everybody's relationships are intertwined. There's nothing very simple about this except your character has been tested in a way. Your father asks you to do something you don't want to do. And in the end, is it about, you know, this... Can you cross that blue line? Well,
I think you know, Gavin's very interested in loyalties and the different kinds of loyalties that we all get bound into: family, and then institutional loyalties to ideals of service and things like that. And that moment where your loyalties and even the love you feel runs up against your sense of what's right is it's a very interesting place.
Among other things you are up to, I read someplace that you're getting ready to do the Lewis and Clark story as a miniseries, possibly?
Yeah, Brad Pitt and I had talked for many years about Lewis and Clark and how much we loved Stephen Ambrose's book.
Amazing book.
It's called Undaunted Courage, and it's one of the great historical narratives you could ever read.
Taken right out of the diary.
It is just amazing, and after years of thinking, you know, that it's really too big a story for a film, we finally hit on the idea of going to HBO because they were doing such interesting treatments of big historic subjects.
Sure. John Adams and everything else, right?
And so we're doing that with HBO, a big chronicle of Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. Impossible, though.
We're a ways away. It's an enormous task to write something that big.
Yeah.
But someday this is going to be a great adventure.
Story, though.
It is. If you've never read that story, it's one of the great American stories.
Stephen Ambrose is one of the greatest historians of our time, and what a wonderful writer. And that book, in and of itself, of the last 25 years,
great story.
Just a must.
Absolutely.
Just a must. I'll be waiting. I'll be sitting there in front of the on HBO, waiting for it to appear.
They do great stuff.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Great to see you.
Pleasure.
And congratulations
Thanks for having
on this
me.
movie.